Alright, this is the first ever of, I think, Lazy Sunday Gaming with Rolling Monkey or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out once I get there. Okay, so today we're playing Empyrion Galactic Survival. Full disclaimer, I have no sponsorship by any company associated with this game. Not Steam, not Eleon Studio, not nobody. I'm just doing this because I love this game. I have over 750 hours logged into it, and I'm still loving it to death. So, I just love that thing. So, how would I describe this game in one sentence? It's Minecraft in space with spaceships, and you get to build those spaceships and fly them around. It's really cool. So, let's go back to it. Okay. So, I just started another one. I was testing out my new mic, so let's get this one out. Let's just delete it. Well, that's what we'll call it, April 2nd. A new single player. I do survival. I've never really done scenarios. Creative, not really my cup of tea. Freedom. What's the point of freedom? Survival. We'll just rename it. April 2nd, 2023. Okay. So I'll try to point out different things I've learned, how to play this game, and if you feel inclined, go get the game. Once again, I'm not affiliated to anybody. If you like what I do, listen to it. If you don't waste your time or mine. So we're gonna start on the temperate that has O2, so that's oxygen. Okay, so let's start this thing. Oh, and by the way, I will be drinking throughout this thing. Not booze, just soda, but it's Lazy Sunday Gaming. So, what better to be lazy than to drink soda while playing video game? Alright, let's see what we got coming our way. We've got water, wood. Okay, we'll have plenty of resources here. Oh, that'd be cool for a place to put a base. Excuse me. Alright, so we just crash landed. Okay.
Emergency situation detected. Robinson Protocol UCH001A initiated. Do you want to activate the tutorial help information system?
No, I do not. Thank you, lady. Like I said, I've played this game quite a bit. Okay. First, let's see what we got in our inventory. Okay, detector, we want that. Energy bar, we want that. Bandages, we want that. Survival tent, maybe. That's why I'm putting it on 9, since it's the last one of the... And let's see. Aha! Flashlight, that's going to be come in handy in nighttime. And this is the survival tool, which has 3 modes, which are very important. First off is the defense mode. It shoots out a red that can damage critters and monsters and everything else that can be coming your way, but it's not very powerful. It's a survival tool, so it just allows you to get by, but it is something better than nothing. And there's also salvage mode, which if you come across a ship or a structure, you can take it apart. In this case, it takes a very long time. It's just a survival tool, but it can be useful for getting resources you would not get otherwise. And lastly, the resource mode is, well, it is what it is, because as you will see in the next few minutes, this is the crux of this whole game. Now, if you see all these rocks around here, all these things, most of these are resources. Some of them you can't do anything with, but most of them you can. Let's start with this. So if you press F to pick this up, it gives you plant protein. So what that does is if you press tab, it takes you to your menu, and this is what you can do right now with what you have. Right now I have 2 plant proteins, and I can make 1 energy bar out of 2 plant proteins. So let's start with that, and this will be very helpful for getting our HP back, because if you look in the bottom Left corner, there's health, food, stamina, and oxygen. For now, that's what we'll be looking at. You want your HP to be as high up as you can, and you don't want your hunger to go too down, because you start losing stamina and you start feeling weak, and that's not a very good thing. So let's gather a few foods for now. Don't gather too many, because I know it's tempting to just grab everything, but as many, well, many things in this game, especially food, well, organic matter anyway, they have a duration. See where it says perish time? Excuse me. Perish time 23. That's 23 minutes. So in 20, if I don't do anything with those in 23 minutes, they will be spoiled. They can still be used once they spoil to make fertilizer. But I'd rather have this as food rather than fertilizer right now. Right now, health and survival is the number one thing we're dealing with. So since it takes 2, we'll just do 10. I'll just shift left mouse clicked it. So the one we already did, we're going to put it back here, and we'll wait for these to be ready. Now if we just select those in our menu, eat one, the appetite goes up a little bit every time, and once it reaches 500, then it'll start regenerating health. Not much, but just enough to, as long as we keep it topped off, it will. Now, I've reached 500, barely. See, it's going back to 951, 251 health, 252. It's slowly getting back up, so as long as we keep the appetite suppressed, we'll be fine. Now, let me gather a few more, and we'll move on to resources. Now, as far as resources are concerned, let me transform some more of these. 6. So that's the output. So once I make something, it gets dropped into the output, and I just have to put it in my bar here. Well, I think everybody got the gist of it. Okay, so as far as resources are concerned, right now we're looking at, there's wood, there's stone, that's iron, carbon over there, that's silicon. See how it says silicon bearing? So let's just do it. Resource mode, you have to select resource mode. If you don't have the right mode, it'll tell you you cannot damage a target with this weapon. So, resource mode. Once you destroy it, you get some silicon. In this case, it was silicon. This one has carbon bearing. Right hand corner again. And you just do it with all the ones around here. Carbon, silicon, and there's going to be iron and copper and wood. Let's see if we can find some iron. There we go. The iron has the blue tint to it, some vein in it. Okay, now let's do wood since it's here. All resources have hit points. As long as you reach 0, you'll get the resource. Gather more food while we're here. More carbon, more silicon. I haven't found any copper yet, which might become a problem in the long run, but let's see over here. Oh, one option I love about this game is that this is space, right? So you're supposed to have technology and all that. If you press F5, you get a drone, so you can survey the surrounding areas. And you can also use it for scouting ahead in dangerous places. You can use it to mine in dangerous environments. So there's a lot of uses for that. So let's see if we can spot some copper. They will have an orange brownish tint to it. There's stone. Oh, there it is. See that? That's copper right there. So up to me. That's behind me. Press F5 to get back to it. I'm gonna grab the food. As I pass it, like I said, I don't think there's anything in this game that is not useful for something. Okay, so we've got some iron and some copper. Nice. Now, as a general rule, copper is used for anything weaponry, ammos and weapons themselves. Silicon is mostly for computers, anything that has computer nanotubes and all that kind of computer stuff in it is silicon. Iron is just basic building material, and so is carbon. See, it doesn't really have a good range, so, but it's a for survival, so it will help you. But trust me, it's better to have that than nothing. More food. I've got 6. I can do 3 more. Put those here. Now, if you look at the plant proteins, their perish time is 23. If you transform it into a energy bar, the perish time is at 88 or 89, depending. So it's quite worth it to transform those and not just leave those raw in your backpack. Okay. I think I've gathered a bit of everything. Copper is still in short supply. Let's try to get a few more copper rocks. Once again, let's use F5. There's some over there. There's some up here on that ridge too. To my left, there's water behind me. It's a good thing to have, because I'm already planning for the future. You need oxygen in space, and water is one easy way to make oxygen. So we're gonna have to have water generators. Or is it oxygen generator? It should be an oxygen regenerator. So we've talked about all the resources except for stone, which these big rocks would be, but at this level I would not tackle such a huge rock with just a survival tool like that. However, these little ones here will give us stone. That's 298. It'll be a while, but stone allows us to do concrete. It's a very cheap but a very hard construction material. For its cost, it's unrivaled. Let's gather a few of those. Oh, no, not bad. I got 49 crushed stone, so it's basically 1-to-1. I get 50 blocks of concrete with this, I think. Need to move. Right. Oh, more. Quite a bit of wood. More iron. I like to usually have 20 of each before setting down. So let's gather a few more. And if this becomes a feature, I would like to invite my good friend from Let's Get Nuts to join me. you haven't watched his videos, they're really cool. You should go see them. Okay, almost 20 iron. Oh, my health has gone. Has stopped. One more. There we go. It's going back up. I'm trying to get it back to 500. Right now, I have no armor whatsoever. I just have my spacesuit. So I don't even have access to a jetpack yet. So I am, well, basically this is me. So, just a spacesuit. Ooh, there's other resources down there. We'll get to it. Maybe next episode. Okay, 20 iron, 13. Okay, silicon. Get a few more of those. And, well, I think I mentioned, but this game runs on the Unity engine, and so far that is the best looking Unity engine game I have ever seen. I mean, look at that. Look at that vista. Ah. Pretty nice. Okay, let's go back to gathering resources. 18. Okay, a few more copper and silicon, and I'll be good. We're good on food. Let's keep eating. So, as you notice, I'm getting experience when I get either plant protein or grab some resources, because there's a leveling system in this game. So right now, oh, I'm on my way to level 3, so I've already leveled 2. Oh, I'm level 3, cool. 2 level, that's even better than I thought. So for right now, there's all these different categories. You will be able to buy everything by the time you hit the level cap, which I think is 25 or 30. 25 it looks like. Excuse me. For right now, once again, survival is the one thing you want. So, miscellaneous. The portable constructor is going to be very useful. So we want to unlock that first. So far, that'll be that and weapons. I find the shotgun is a lot cheaper than the assault rifle. So for now, we'll just do a little shotgun and we'll stick to that. Now, like I said, I like to have 20, so silicon is the only thing that I'm still missing. There's one. All right. Okay. So for right now, these will suffice. So if you go under Survival Constructor, where we've been making those energy bars, now you can see that the portable constructor has been unlocked because we unlocked it. And it requires 5 carbon substrate to make 1. That's why I was gathering those carbon substrate, so I can make at least 1. I would like to usually have 2 or 3 going at the same time, but for now let's just do 1. So once again, its construction queue is filling up. Slowly, but it's getting there. So while it does that, we can gather some more. So I'll use this tree because it's big and it kind of stands out from the others. Or this one would be cool too. No, let's do this one because it's on a promontory, so I can see around the surrounding area. So let's do that. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. It looks like I could. It's almost like a little house. Cool. Let's do that. Let's make this our. Once this and sun is fall. It's gonna be sundown in 2 minutes. Next to the mini radar up there. That's when the sun will. That's in real time minutes. So in 2 minutes it'll be nighttime, which, well, nighttime usually brings lower visibility, and sometimes, depending on the sea that you're on, it will have more dangerous creatures out there. So it's usually a bit more dangerous at night. So you have two choices. You can keep working, or you can use the survival tent to sleep the night away. One warning though, if you have perishables in your inventory, like the plant protein, let's say if I was to keep those plant proteins in my backpack and use the survival tent, the plant protein would become spoiled. So that's sometimes it's more advantageous if you're waiting for something to be built. Oh, we'll get to the surveyor. Well, the detector, I'm sorry. The detector. After I put down the portable constructor. Now that this portable constructor is built, now this one you cannot put it. You can put it on the bare ground. So I'll put it here. Now you just access it through F, and you put all the resources you have in it. Now, if you look here, this is everything you can build. Those are just the materials. You don't have to worry about building those. Let's say you want to build a motorbike. You just click on the motorbike, and it will build the components it needs. So you just have to worry about looking what you have here and what you need. So right now, excuse me, we're going to do a shotgun with some shells also. Okay, so every click gives me 30. So if I have 5, that's 150, 180. Let's do 200 ammo for the shotgun. See, it builds the different components. You just have to tell it what you want it to build. So you don't have to know or plan ahead. Just as long as you have the materials, it'll transform, it'll make the components to make the finished product. So that's nice. And now we should have excuse me, we should have enough that excuse me. We do. A motorbike is always practical to have. Let's see if there's anything else. Not really. First aid, I can't really do any first aid. Spoil food, we don't want to do that yet. Weapons, we have the flashlight. We have the detector. The ore scanner is not yet, so while this builds, let's see what the detector does. Now, this is a nifty little tool. Now, if you click it, it just sends out a beacon that highlights certain things in your area. It doesn't know what it is yet because we need to get closer. But if you look at this one, it says resource, and this one says copper deposit. This one we've identified it because we got close enough to it. So let's see what this one will be. Because there's two ways to get resources in this game. You can either do the surface resources we've been doing so far, or when you find a resource node like that, just get close enough to it. Like this one, the copper deposit is, well, just copper. So gathering resources from those resource nodes is a lot faster than doing the surface one, but it also has its dangers. I'm not sure what this is. It's a big dinosaur. Ah, silicon. And right now it's gonna be nighttime in less than a minute. Might be a bit dangerous to be out here, but let's do it. Now, 17 meters down. Yes, I'm using metric. You can change the options to have it in Imperial, but I prefer metric. So it's just a bit down. So in this case, you have two choices. As in Minecraft, it's not a good idea to mine straight down, so you have to do it either at a incline. The way I usually do it, I usually use my drone, since I can do the same thing with my drone that I do with myself, and you just mine down. The good thing about the drone is that it has its own light, so it can see in the dark. That silicone, when it's in a deposit, it looks a bit different than that white. That's what it looks like. I've gathered 52 silicon already with just this little deposit. One thing about the drone though is that you're very vulnerable to attacks. So I have to keep a close ear out to see if I get damaged or hurt. I might be getting attacked by something. Let's try to finish it. So I can hear that it's nighttime. It's more like crickets. One of the birds have been replaced by insect crickets. There's only 10% left on 10% ore left on this one, so I'll finish it and then move on to the next. I'm gonna go gather my my shotgun. Two more chances. No, just crushed stone. Okay, we're done. So, see how dark it is? Well, how darker it is at nighttime. So, now, If you press M, it brings up the map. This is where the portable constructor is at, and this is all the other resource nodes, deposits that we've encountered. And right now, we are inside the green area like that. That means that we're inside one of the many factions, the territory of one of the factions. Now I know from experience that the green one is the... now I can't remember. Let's bring out the flashlight. The Talon, that's the name of the faction. The Talon faction. I'm in their territory right now, so depending on what I do, it will have different consequences. And sometimes it's a good thing to be ally of certain factions. Sometimes some factions are just jerks, like the Zyrax Empire. I've never befriended them, and I don't intend to. They're always aggressive and violent. I'm trying to make my way back to the portable constructor. It'd be easier if I had my jetpack, but like I said, I don't have an armor yet. Okay, I think that would be a good place to stop once I reach that, since we've survived the first day. Not much danger, but that's not always the case. Sometimes, depending on the sea, there's all kinds of things that can happen. Critters, patrol ships, all kinds of things. So let's get the shotgun with the ammo. Let's see if they did a new animation for this one, or a new model. Alright, so we're ready for next time.